that's right for me.
Hi there, I'm an introvert and don't know how to record intros, so let's move on. Today's video is all about Mermay since it just so happens to be May 1st, or 2nd depending on when this premieres. And I'm sure a lot of you know what Mermay is, but if you don't, Mermay is an art thing, obviously, since I'm an artist. So to sum it up, it's where you draw mermaids and mermen based off of a daily prompt. It's similar to Inktober if you've ever heard of that, which is basically an October inking list where you ink based off of a prompt. It lasts the entire month of May, so it's very easy to quit and develop art block, which I probably will do. I'm using the official prompt list, but others can create their own original ones as well. Since that's enough information, we can move on to what I did for day number 1. Day number 1's prompt was worker. I was very inspired by train workers and that aesthetic since it gives off a very patriotic color scheme vibe in my brain. So I went with a color scheme based off of this image I found on Pinterest. I also thought about doing a construction worker, but my mind couldn't think of anything else except my OC Sama, who's literally a construction worker. So moving on from that disaster, we faced another. As I was using my favorite 0.5 fine liner, it died. It gave up on me and caused a scratchy texture in my liner, and instead of switching pens right as I realized this problem, I kept going, and off to the side I would try to revive it, and it didn't work. So halfway through liner, I switched to a 0.4 fine liner instead. So if you notice this, then actually, I probably won't do anything since I'm too nervous to leave my own house. And so the coloring was fine. You know, coloring's just fine. Sketching, however, sign me up. I will do it anytime. Unless I'm in art block, then fire me. But the color scheme was cute, I just didn't do enough justice. Also, when coloring traditionally, I get scared of layering markers too much. So it does have, not as much depth as if I were to do it digitally, since I am a digital artist, more or less. Also, speaking of May, I need to start a new bullet journal, since I didn't do one at all in April, which is really bad. If you have any theme suggestions, I would love to hear them in the comments. It's also bad I didn't post it all in April, but I'm in track and I run a lot. So I was busy almost every single day. Plus my motivation wasn't at its finest, so I'd start projects and never finish them, which is very unfortunate. And if I did finish them, they wouldn't be up to as good a quality as I could have put them out to, so I didn't want to post anything that I'm not very proud of. If you have any new video ideas, I would love to hear them as well. You guys are normally way smarter than me anyway. Also, on a sad note, I think I may restart my book called Corrupted. It's my OC story and I started writing it out, but I think I'm going to restart, since I feel like I'm much more knowledgeable on writing and grammar than I was at the beginning of the year. Plus, I've added things to the story which could change a lot. So sorry, but not sorry, because you're going to get a better story in the long run. Also, sorry this isn't a digital video like I normally do. I've been liking how my sketchbook spreads have been turning out, and since I have a current obsession with washi tape, I've made it a goal of mine to use washi tape on every single spread. All of my spreads have been very sketchy, which was actually a goal of mine, so I'm glad I accomplished it. I'm only on my 5th sketchbook, mainly because I do most of my drawings digitally. Plus, my sketchbooks are a lot thicker than they were, so I probably could have had more done, depending on the brands I was using. Moving subjects, I would love to talk about posting schedules. This summer, I hopefully should be able to post more often, since I hopefully won't be as busy. I have weights in sports, however, so finding times to record may be challenging. I may stick to digital speed paints and post those more frequently, and then post other videos such as animatics, animations, or traditional videos less often. I would love to know your preferences on what types of videos you enjoy watching. I also discovered that writing and using a script makes voiceovers way more comfortable to me. It's so much easier to know what to say and not pause as much. If you struggle with not knowing what to say, I recommend using a script. Back to the drawing, I love the pose. It was based off of this Pinterest reference because Pinterest is the best, obviously. The hands also turned out good as well as the face. The nose is something. But I'm going to go ahead and skip to the finished piece since I wasn't able to record the rest. And ta-da! There it is. Day 1 of Mermay. Here's some photos I took, but I'm not a photographer, so pour some bleach on your eyes tonight. I will also try to post the other days on my community tab, so check there if you are interested. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.